Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Diablo 4. And in this video I'm going to show you guys a combo that you can make to not get any more crowd controlled as a Barbarian. So I'm using this for the end game. I'm now level 82. I do already dungeons, nightmare dungeons where the enemies are 90-95. And I don't get crowd controlled anymore. You need to watch it what you are doing. Of course, you cannot spam click all the skills at the same time. But I'm going to give you guys what I think is the easiest and the best setup that you can have to get immune for crowd control. Because crowd control is a very big problem. We got, I think, 13 of them. And it's one of the sources that is going to kill a lot of people. On the early game, if you go to tier 3, if you go to tier 4... If you go to the end game, it's very simple. If you are in very high tier nightmare dungeons and you got crowd controlled and the enemies hit you in the face, you die. They one-shot you. So you never can get crowd control. So let's get started. I will show you guys my setup. So we are going to start first with the skill. That is one of the most important skill that you need to have. And it's going to give you, if you do it right, 7, sometimes 8 seconds of total immunity to crowd control. So let's have a look to the skill. So it's this skill. So it's called Rallying Cry. So you guys can already see what is Rallying Cry doing. For me it's up for 7.4 seconds. I will show you guys how you make it longer, how you can reduce the cooldown. I will show you guys everything that you need to know. But this is the most important. Rallying Cry grants you unstoppable while active. Unstoppable is the spell that is going to make you immune to crowd control. So this is what you need to take. So what is important to take? So I got this one, and for me it's 7.4 seconds up. How come it's that long up? Very simple, I took this one. So Booming Voice, you need to take that. You need to take 3 points in Booming Voice, because if I take now 2, you guys can see, this is only 7 seconds. So be sure that you take that, very easy. You can unlock this really fast, so I think if you're level, I'm not sure, level 20 or something, you can do this combo and you will get a certain amount of unstoppable. Not the best yet, but it's very good. So if you go to a pack, most of the time you use this to get resources generation, but it makes you immune too. So that's the first one. Then the next one, how can you get the cooldown down from this cry? Because I think that the base is 25, and for me it's 20 seconds. I will show you guys that. So on the helm, so if you go to the gear, on the helm you can roll a modifier that is going to give cooldown reduction. I got 1 here, and on the amulet I got a 2. Therefore, my Rallying Cry is only 20 seconds. Then there is another one too. There is a glyph that I will show you guys. That's a paragon that is going to do this. So it's called Martial. After casting a shout skill, the active cooldown of every other shout skill is reduced by 1.2 seconds. That's a lot. So you guys can already do the calculations. We started at 20.6 minus 7.3 is 13.3 minus 2.6. So we are now already on 11 seconds that we only need to fill, or that we only can get crowd controlled. So this is very important too, but that's of course late game. There is another one too, and that's the aspect on the rings, but it's not easy to get. I don't think that you can get this with the Codex of Power. So whenever you cast a shout skill, its cooldown of that shout is reduced by 1.1, I got a low roll, or 1.9 seconds per nearby enemy, up to a maximum of 6 seconds. That means if we got 6 enemies and you got crowd controlled and you hit Rallying Cry, you will see right away that 20 goes to 15 seconds cooldown. But this is not easy to get, if I'm not mistaken. I got only 2 drops with this aspect and I'm already playing 200 hours. But this is doing that too. If I show you guys the gameplay, you will see right away what is happening. So this is very good. Let's say we are now at 11 seconds. Because this is sometime not happening. You need to imagine that you got one elite, and one elite is hitting you in the face, and you got crowd control by that elite, like a goat man with a very big axe, and he's hitting you. You're only going to lower your cooldown of your rallying cry with 1.1 to 1.9 seconds. So let's say that we are on 10. In the worst case scenario, if there is only one enemy. So we need to have something else. And the next is this. It's called Iron Skin. Iron Skin is probably a skill that a lot of barbarians need to use if you go to the high-end game. I use this too. So the survivability in the higher level is a lot higher when I start using this. But that's not all. Iron Skin is 5 seconds up. But Iron Skin got an aspect too. And guess what? The Iron Skin grants unstoppable and 15% damage reduction. So that's big. 15%, and it can go to 25% if you hit this. I'm not sure what the cooldown is. Cooldown is 11.5 seconds. That's a little bit, yeah, but it's very strong. But you get unstoppable for 5 seconds. So that's already good. So that means 11 minus 5 is 6 seconds still that we can get crowd control. So there are a couple of options that you can do now. I got 2 more aspects, and one of them is this one. Becoming injured while crowd control grants you unstoppable for 4 seconds. What is injured? Injured, that means that your HP is under 25% of your total HP. So you are totally stun locked. You cannot do anything anymore. Those enemies are hitting like a truck. The moment that you're on 25%, you get out of the crowd control. You can evade, you heal yourself full, and that's going to help you a lot. That's to overcome the 6 seconds that we still need to fill. There is another one too. I got this one too. While unstoppable and for 4 seconds after, you gain 10% or 25% increased movement speed and can move freely through enemies. This sometimes can help you too. So you need to imagine you're here. You're almost dead. 25%, unstoppable. On this moment you need to get out. But the problem is most of the time you're in a pack of enemies. You cannot get out because they block you. That's a problem. Or you need to kill them. This is going to save your ass. So while unstoppable and for 4 seconds after. So you can't just... You are not hindered anymore. You can just run through them for 8 seconds. It's going to save your ass, I think. So that's the combo that I'm using. But now you can say, yeah, but Jamino, that are 4 aspects that you are using. That's true. But this aspect on the shouts, that's not only for the crowd control. It's to furry generation, berserking, up on the war cry, reduction. So this is one that you need to use probably in every barbarian build. Here you can switch around. I can understand that. The Iron Skin you need to have, but other two you can get rid of them because there are some other skills too that you can use. And at the start you probably need to use them because aspects are not something that you do at the start. So what is something that is going to help you get unstoppable is charge. So you can see here, if you charge, you become unstoppable. But this is such a shit skill, it's unbelievable. I played with this for 1 hour and I wanted to shoot myself through the head. It's so irritating. So what is this doing? You just run in a pack of mods, they fly everywhere, and then you get unstoppable. If you can handle this, you can use this. But I would use this. The Wrath of the Berserker, the ultimate skill. For... Explode into rage, knocking back surrounding enemies and gaining berserking and unstoppable for 5 seconds. The only problem that you got with this is that it's 50 seconds cooldown. That means at the start, every 2 shouts that you use, you got only 1 time Wrath of the Berserker. That means that the 6 seconds window that you can get CC'd is still open. So it can happen that you get CC'd. So I'm saying that at the start, but it's only 6 seconds. So my guess is, if you get Wrath of the Berserker, you still need to get this aspect. So 2 aspects that you need to have, or 3, because this is a global one. Wrath of the Berserker, Iron Skin, Rallying Cry. So that's what you need to do. What I'm going to show you guys now really quick is we are going to do a map. So let's take a high tier one. 35 blind burrows. Yeah, that's a good one. One of the best experienced one. 35 plus 50 is 85 plus 4 is 89 and I'm 82. So it's a little bit above the 3 levels, but I will show you guys that. I'm not sure that I'm going to CC that much because there are a lot of spiders, but I will show you guys that what you need to do and how it works. Because most of the time people go in with Rallying Cry to generate furry. That's the biggest furry generator that you got most in the Barbarian builds. So let's have a look. So you can see it here. So it's generating resources. So let's get going. So I'm going to show you guys and I'm going to try. It's possible that I get CC'd, but I got still the aspect that is going to save my ass. Because the problem is, I don't really need Rallying Cry at the start. That's the big problem, but I know most people are going to use that. Let's use it. So how can you see that you got Unstoppable? You got this icon above your head. And keep iron skin. Keep it until you are CC'd. Never use that. Because if you use it, yeah, you cannot get out CC. You always need to have one CC breaker alive. So now you see Rallying Cry is gone. And I will show you guys the aspect on the ring. So now I got to 1 second. So I'm going to use it 15 seconds. Yeah, you guys saw it? It started at 20. So that's the aspect because I had 6 enemies around me. 1 second for every enemy. And you can see it really easy. I don't need to use that many times iron skin. What is this? Ah, ring. Ancestral. Really good. So I'm going to focus a little bit and do an elite. But you can see it works really well. Here is the elite. Let's kill him. Let's use a Rallying Cry again. Here we go. Let's go to the next elite. Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah, I think I got now slowed. Yeah, I was slowed. So we're using Rallying Cry. Let's have a look. Are they going to CC me? No. Yeah, my Rallying Cry is already back. So we can use it again. Yeah, the problem is they don't want to CC me at the moment. I think that those goatmen and like the ghosts, they are a little more. They do a little bit more CC than spiders, I think. But that was it, guys, for the video. Thanks for watching. Have fun, and I see you guys in next video. Bye bye.